how much of that mismanagement does come down to corruption in the ANC. Mr. Kwankwa is talking about state capture, which is, of course, what happened in South Africa between politicians and business leaders who worked together to really alter laws, alter state institutions at a fundamental level to enrich themselves. He mentioned the last 15 years. That is when Jacob Zuma came to power. He was forced out by the ANC 10 years later because he was found to have permitted, enabled corruption. Has the ANC dealt with the wrongdoers? Yes, they forced Jacob Zuma out, but has Cyril Ramaphosa adequately addressed corruption in the ANC?
Your principal question, which gave rise to those unfortunate views from my colleague in the UDM, stems from the unemployment rate in this country, which is a problem in the world. You would know that we were hardest hit by the COVID pandemic when President Ramaphosa was elected in 2017.
I understand, Mr. Makubela, but South Africa does have the highest unemployment rate at 30%.
Can I make my point?
And, well, but you're not answering the question, which is, has Cyril Ramaphosa addressed corruption?
That is because how we look at unemployment in South Africa is that we even start from the ages of 15, just like one of the experts had said. And that's why the ANC has unleashed a massive program to ensure that we reskill our people because of the advent of the fourth industrial revolution. Let me now return to my point. My point is that you would know that the COVID pandemic would have hit us very hard. And while we were grappling with the COVID pandemic, we were hit with a situation in Ukraine, the war between Russia and Ukraine, which has cost us a lot of problems. And that's why we took a footing there and said that this war must stop. While we are dealing with that, the conflict in the Middle East is not even assisting us. The biggest economies in the world are also struggling with the very same challenges that we are struggling with. And that is because South Africa is not an island. In the matter of corruption, President Ramaphosa was elected by structures of the ANC, given a mandate to ensure that he is able to uproot all the corrupt elements in the African National Congress. And that's why you see former statesmen and former presidents of the ANC, such as President Thabo Mbeki, well respected, who are coming out to campaign for the African National Congress because they believe that the renewal that the ANC spoke about in 2017, that the powerful waves of renewal are now beginning to remove all the chaff that the ANC would have accumulated throughout the years. All the rotten elements which were within the ANC would have compromised the public purse are being dealt with. They are being subjected to law enforcement agencies, and we are turning the tide against. We are turning the corner on the challenge of corruption.